103.5 to be banging hip hop and R&B. It's been a pretty busy week, man. Before I had Trina in here, now I have Young Jock. I feel special.
Oh, word? Trina came by?
Yeah.
That's what's up, my girl.
Everyone's coming to visit me.
I'm glad you're feeling special.
Yeah, I do. Have you heard a new single, F Love?
I've heard a lot of talk about it. Just, through the the grapevine, you know what I'm saying? But it's Trina, so I know it's gonna be something nice.
Of course. Well, I'm liking your new single, Features.
Oh, okay.
I actually like it better than the other one that you had. I got a lot of bitches or something like that.
I got business.
I got bitches.
Yeah, okay.
I like
right.
Features better. I think it's a softer side of Jock. Would you say so?
It is. I was going against the grain. I ain't gonna lie. I was going against the grain, but it's the crazy part about it. It's been times where I've gone against the grain, and it's with records like that, and females took to it.
Which one?
Well, I got business, but I'm saying Features is the new single. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm just saying I've had other records in my career where I went against the grain in a sense, and women liked it. Even Knock It Out. You take a record like Knock It Out, you still drop it in the club, and women sing it. I remember, I never forget, we picking out all the records for my album done, and I get a call from Diddy, like, yo, Playboy, so, we trying to,
Is this your Diddy impression?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So what we trying to do, we trying to mold you like a Playboy, it's bad boy, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. He like, so we not going to be used to Knock It Out record. I'm like, hey, hold up, man. Look, I'm going to send you some video of me doing this record a cappella and watch all the women singing it. So that was one of those times why I did it. And he was like, okay, we went with the record. It's been a good record for me. So he was one of those type of records just in a different day and time. If you take a Drake and a Wayne, they said, long as my bitches love me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same type of, idea that I thought. It didn't connect. So it's all good. Came back to the drawing board with a more female-friendly record. I was a little more conscious of making sure that it could work in the realm of radio. And I think we've achieved that with this new single featuring T-Pain.
I like it. Well, are you still cool with Diddy?
Yeah.
Does it just seem like, for me anyway, as someone that's in the music industry and you kind of pay attention to artists, you see what's going on in rotation.
Right.
And then you had really huge hits.
Right.
And then it kind of seemed like you took a musical hiatus. Like it was just like people were doing your dance on the red carpet, A-listers. It was just like this big hip-hop phenomenon.
Right.
And then there was a mystery.
Well, and the mystery, basically came about because, there were other internal parts that just didn't respect the fact that I was an artist and a businessman. And sometimes when an artist is showing growth and development, you have to respect that and you want to nourish that. You can't, if you got a dumb artist and they just not learning and they just good at making music, but they're not good at business, and that's just what it is, then okay, you treat them accordingly. But if you got an artist who's showing you he's making other moves and he's bop, and he can point out a hit record to you, and every time he point one out, you go against it. But when you go with it, it wins. You got to kind of take heed to that. And I just feel like there were, like I said, internal workings or counterparts that just didn't understand that, and it created a rift, and it wasn't good for me or the situation. And eventually, I had to go my separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Just it was conflicts of interest, and it did not allow Diddy, Bad Boy regime, and myself to continue working because he didn't want to be a part of a conflict. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was brought to him by a middleman, and it stopped working. So
you guys are cool though.
Yeah, we cool. Okay. Yeah, man, it was all good.
You're a businessman, obviously, and an artist. So I just want to know what made you decide to join the cast of Love and Hip Hop. Do you think it was going to be better for your business brand, or? Let's
just say this. I'm one of those cats like I love having fun. I don't mind speaking my mind. I'm not an arrogant guy, and I'm not a pushover. I'm a cool guy who loves life, and it's not hard to get along with me. So when every time I'm around people, they always like, you just need to be on TV. You are so funny. Blah blah.
You
blah,
are
blah.
funny. I didn't know that you were that funny until I actually saw you on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
And that's when I realized that people, even though they connected with a lot of hits that I made or were a part of, they never truly connected with that side of me that I don't mind expressing. And, you know, we had this conversation earlier. I felt like I was overly politically correct. Like in all my interviews, I always made sure that I didn't say anything to step on any toes, or I tried to keep it real neutral. And that's cool for politics. But the listeners at home, they don't care about politics. They want something that's going to be like, hey, get them something to talk about. So you kind of fade out in the midst of trying to be politically correct. And with this show, I don't have to be politically correct as much because I'm faced with everyday obstacles and not stuff that's just like on some industry stuff that I got to kind of remain neutral on, or kind of, I don't want to say this because I don't want to offend this artist or this producer or this label or this radio station. So I got to kind of keep it clean. And for the show, it allowed people to really get a more intimate side of me, man.
Well, that's for sure. Because Karlie Ray was getting intimate with you, and then I forgot the other chick's name that you were. What's her name? Kadia that you were on the show with. But from the reunion show, because we can't go back with everything that happened, but on the reunion show, Samora called your new girl a side piece, and you defended her.
Right.
And so, are you guys still kicking it even after the show, or that's like your lady?
Yeah, all the way, 100, solid. I mean, it's like, you know, I was in a situation. It was kind of like, it was never intended for Karlie and me to be on no kind of serious level.
Okay, so how did that even happen?
It just happened. We was at a spa, and she was there, I was there.
At a spa?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What, co-ed spa? Like,
yeah, you know, most spas, you have a room with 2 beds in it. And what it was is that was the last room available because I had a single spa date. She had a single spa date, meaning she was in a solo room, I was in a solo room. Mm-hmm. But some type of way with the scheduling, it was all wrong. I needed some R&R.
I'm trying to understand this story. I've never been at a spa and somebody put me in a bed with somebody else.
Well, see, it was a spot that I frequent. I frequently patronize. So it put me in a situation where it was like, hey, I know it's probably going to be kind of weird, but you cool and you always come. And we got this very attractive woman, and she really needs her spa, time. And I was just kind of wondering if, and I'm like, cool. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know who it was. I kind of looked over there. I was like, ooh, that's a bubble over there. And I'm just gonna keep my head down, not in. Next thing you know, I heard a laugh, and I was like, man, I know this was from. So now my interest had been jogged. I was intrigued. And then once I finally realized who it was, I was like, oh, okay. Little ratchet over here. And that's what it was. And it kind of turned into something just on a little fling situation that she wanted more out of the situation. And I was just like, you know what? I ain't really trying to do that, but I'll play for a minute. And then the plan turned into her really wanting to get serious, and opportunities came along with her wanting to be serious as well. And, I don't want to come off like I'm an opportunist because I didn't use her. I feel like we utilized each other in the situation. And, I knew there were going to be some hurdles. I knew this, but I didn't mind the attempt, the effort. And it was a lucrative effort at the same time. So it worked for me.
So are you guys cool now?
No.
Okay.
And as a man, I don't want to sound like I'm bitter or I'm holding a grudge, but it's just certain things I don't rock with, you know what I'm saying, on business. And just from a personal side, I'm not upset with her. If you want to, like, are you mad at her? Is there a grudge? No. But are we friends? I don't want to say we're friends. We were. And that's what it is. And I'm thankful for the opportunity that, she afforded me. And all I could do is just be hopeful that she's just as thankful for the opportunity and opportunities that I afforded her. And that's just what it is.